Days ago, I had a birthday, and I was getting all kinds of emails, and phone calls, and text messages, and just thinking, what the heck is going on? Why is everybody so nice to me? And then it dawned on me, wait a minute, maybe they know something I don't. There's been phone calls going around, and maybe it is having to do with an old guy. In any case, the thought then finally occurred to me later in the day that it was because it was the first birthday I've ever had when I was on Facebook. All right. Now this is about marriage in general. I know that there's theories about how opposites attract, but it's been my experience they don't attract for very long. So I'm very thankful that the Lutz family is quite similar to my own. And I want to thank Larry and Alice for raising a family that's been so kind and generous to my daughter Christine. Sister Liz, Emily took her right in as though she was their own. And we appreciate that. Bill and Christine were over at our house a few weeks ago, and Bill and I were talking about how married partners seem to figure out who does what and when. That we all have different assignments. That way we stay out of each other's way and people are generally happier. Once we realize what our talents are and what their talents are, we accept them and admire them for it. And I told Bill that Cheryl and I have talked about it, about how we compartmentalize our activities in our lives in marriage. I know that my wife has many more assignments than I have, but once again, that's based on talent. And Bill said that while this whole idea was discussed at a pre-marriage counseling session that he and Christine had attended to some months earlier. And in that line of thought, I was reminded of a story that one of my tennis playing friends told me recently. It seems a man was hosting a wedding reception for his family, and in his remarks he started talking about the importance of this, quote, division of labor between two people who are married. And he wondered if this attitude would carry over in many family decisions, so he decided to ask the audience if it would be all right if he could conduct a little experiment along that line. Most everyone nodded, so he said, all right, if you will. I would like all the men who make most of the major decisions in the family to line up on this side of me. And all the men whose wives make most of the decisions to line up on this side of me. And of the men who were willing to join in, 19 men lined up on the side whose wives made the decisions. And one old man, feisty man, lined up on the other side. Noticing the obvious, the host then asked the man, and you, sir, how is it that you lined up on this side? And the man looked up and replied, my wife told me to line up on this side. I think most of us understand what we're talking about. Once again, I just want to thank everyone who attends here. Thank you very much for coming, and thank you for supporting these two fine people. Thank you.